Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go into game number 5 between WhiteRa and Machine. Let's go ahead and get into it as we meet up on Metropolis, not Metalopolis, Metropolis. Metropolis, the most gigantic map. And
ever.
I would say, you know, I went into this with Kaldor a lot. Protoss is pretty heavily favored on this map for one particular all-in, which is the Immortal Gateway all-in.
So why does Machine choose this map?
It's big. He wants to go into endgame. That's the best reason why.
Makes sense.
He just wants to go into endgame. Interesting pylon placement from WhiteRa. He's now opting to go for that Forge expansion.
Yeah, that's also kind of an interesting move. You know, you can actually create a decent wall out here, and the map is so big too. I don't see why you wouldn't go for a fast expand.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, destructive debris takes forever to actually kill with any amount of circlings,
Yeah,
especially the back ones.
life.
It's 2,000 plus 3 armor.
Yep, it's true. That'll take about a year and a half.
Yep. You know, I've said this a lot of times. I think destructive debris should be changed like crazy. It's either you make it a lot more accessible for all races, because at this point I think it's a lot easier for Terran and Protoss to kill destructive debris rather than, you know.
Because you have to wait to get roaches.
Yeah, wait to roaches. You know, Terran have Marines, which are okay, but Marauders are freaking awesome because they're armored. And then, of course, you have the high-hitting DPS
Zealots.
Zealots and Suckers.
Yep.
And Suckers. They're really good. And Sentries.
Yeah.
No.
Sentries do. Remember when Sentries used to do
8 damage?
Yeah.
Plus 2.
Mm-hmm.
From their current damage, that's a 33% increase in DPS.
Too bad.
Too bad.
Those things were
You
good.
could just mass sentries.
You could.
Like, hey, Hydras, LOL. Kill Hydras and sentries. Now it's like, tickle, 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 tickle. How'd that feel? How'd that feel? That feel good? Like, oh, you're killing me. Son of a bitch.
I like WhiteRa denying the hatchery, though, because he's not going for fast. Whoa, he's going for no gas. Oh, he's going to go for a one-gate expand.
Yep, one-gate expand.
Look at that. I like this from WhiteRa.
Get some really supercharged economy.
Yes,
along
it does.
with some minor pressure. He just has to be careful for some sort of counter-attack. There could be a counter-offensive. I would love, 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 love if Machine canceled this Hatcher right at the end, went for a Roach Warren, just smashed his opponent.
No gas, though.
No gas. Well, gas now, but
It's a little...
yeah, that stinks. But
Yeah.
that would be a cool way to actually
That would
go
be a
about
very
this.
Leonok thing to do.
Because what can you actually do? You get a Forge up, okay. Get your cannons up, okay. Are you actually going to get enough cannons to deal with roaches by that time?
Yeah, because by that time, you know, Zerg will have 7 or 8 roaches.
Exactly.
And you have one...
And you're not even expecting it to come.
Yeah, and you'll have one cannon, maybe 2. Yeah, but I mean, realistically, Machine doesn't play that way. And I guess, you know, if Machine has a fault, that's what it is. Because
He doesn't play that way, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he never plays that way. I mean, if he had that threat, you know, WhiteRa wouldn't be able to play greedy this way. And yeah, WhiteRa's doing a great job. If you look at the units lost tab, WhiteRa's already killed 8 units, all Zerglings.
Yeah, Protoss is in a pretty good position right now. I think with the Nexus being so fast relative to the hatchery, that probe advantage is going to continue until around the 40 probes.
Yeah.
That's when Zerg's actually going to take off. You're going to see Protoss be able to keep up or be ahead, in my opinion, for this beginning stage. We'll keep an eye on that.
Yeah, it's because going those 3 Zealots forces a Machine to make extra Zerglings, especially because WhiteRa already killed the first 8. That means that Machine had to go through another round of Zergling production, which basically mitigated the advantage that his faster hatchery had, and which puts them in an even footing. And I think WhiteRa's like tech pattern and his build is
This is
slightly
the big
better.
difference. I mean, normally all of these minerals right here, the 400 minerals, that's allocated towards cannons early in the game. Now it's allocated towards these.
Lots of Zerglings.
Oh gosh,
And speed
that's a lot of
coming.
indirect damage.
Yeah.
A lot of indirect damage.
So Machine's out. Ooh, the Queen gets
That's
taken out.
Pretty dramatic at this point.
Yeah, Machine's actually getting...
Pretty far behind.
Yes. Although I think it's
Yeah.
interesting that he is getting... Seems like he doesn't get Zergling speed. Oh, no. I guess in most of the games he's got Zergling speed like this. The Roach Horn's very quick, though. He doesn't usually get that fast of a Roach Horn. He usually will get a third before he gets the Roach Horn. So I'm wondering what Machine's really planning on doing right now. Maybe he's just, like, having a difficult time dealing with the pressure that WhiteRa's putting on him.
He's heavily oversaturated in his main. Look at that.
Yeah.
He's oversaturated. He has 2 drones oversaturated. He needs to transfer ASAP because his other hatchery isn't even optimally saturated. There he goes. Sending over a good amount, 8 in total. So we'll put him at not even optimal saturation, whereas main I think is still okay. It's fine. Third base is being taken, but at the 8-minute mark, that is not a good time. Protoss should be able to just mass up and overwhelm his opponent.
Yeah, he's going to go for a 6 or 7 gateway. No, 5 gate robotic.
6 gate?
Wait.
Robo, yeah, 6 gate robo. So it could be Immortal, it could be... Warp Prism's really good on this map. You can see the distance between the main and the third. Think of all the distance you have to travel. Bloop, bloop. Not only that, you have to cover this natural area. That's really important because Protoss can easily walk up and then all of a sudden they force field this ramp. That's not a good situation.
Definitely not.
A lot of different mind games you can do as Protoss on this map. Immortals are coming out for WhiteRa. That is the correct decision in my opinion.
Yeah, you don't need to get the...
Wow, he's not even doing the pressure. He's not even pressuring. He's just going to go for probably an expansion.
Yeah. He doesn't even get the... he doesn't get the observer at all. He's actually getting a robotics bay. Interesting. And he'll take a third and push behind that, where he'll wait till he gets 2 Colossi in range and then push, which is exactly what he did in the first game.
Oh man, and look at the harvester count. It's 54 to 55.
Yeah. Machines, so Machines going for mutas this game, which is something we have not seen before. Although the timing, I'm just curious about the timing. Seems like he's kind of behind right now in terms of, his economy. He should have 60 plus drones right now, but he doesn't. He doesn't really have that much army either.
He doesn't have to be going for mutas at this point. He could be going corruptors just to counteract some sort of Colossus play. That's definitely possible.
Yeah.
But he is investing into the ground. That's why I say that. Glue Reconstitution +1 missile attack is being upgraded. It's just about 3/4 of the way done. Additional roaches. So yeah, I think this is just a precautionary measure against some sort of Colossus tech, which is not what we're actually used to in PVCs this day.
No, we're not.
This day and age. It's actually kind of funny.
And lots of drones coming out, and here comes a little move out by WhiteRa. I don't think he's planning on pushing just yet. He really wants to wait until Colossi gets finished and range gets finished and then come out.
Uh-oh. And these roaches, they're running into a wall. And it's not made of brick, but it's made of Colossus. That's a pretty good wall. Oh, he might take that down.
No, he's not going to get it. He's actually going to lose all those roaches, and all he killed was a pylon. So that wasn't a very good trade for Machine. We do see, although he did get good scouting information, but I don't think it was worth 8 roaches to find out that he was going Colossi.
Is he going? I don't understand these 3 spine crawler. Okay, he cancels 2 of them. I'm just really confused about those spine crawlers.
What's interesting about WhiteRa's plays? He always gets the shield upgrades very early. And very few players get shield upgrades like that.
Well, I think he's been late on the Twilight Council, so he wants to utilize his
Forge.
Yeah, that's all.
That's possible.
And, the shield upgrade isn't that bad, man.
No, it's not, actually.
It's not bad at all. I don't know, I would love to do, like, some sort of statistical analysis on shield upgrades and its importance. One day I'll write up an article and see if I can get it published,
Oh, yeah?
No, but seriously, I'll write up something one day.
And now Thermal Lance is done. +1 shield's almost done. Blink is just starting. Once this 3rd Colossus comes out, I would imagine WhiteRa's going to push out. Because, you don't want Machine to go up to 4 or 5 bases. You know you're in a good position right now. You want to take advantage of that. So now is kind of WhiteRa's time where he could push out and take his own 4th base and maintain his advantage.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting situation at this point. Yeah, it's like, Machine, what does he actually do with Roach Corruptor on this map? It's tough. I mean, you have to be super mobile. That's the number one thing. What can we do to be super mobile on this map? The answer to that is normally Muta Zergling. That's really good, and then you get spine crawlers everywhere on the field. At this point, since we've gone to late game, or we're approaching late game, it actually favors Zerg. I think it favors Zerg just because it's so open. There's a lot of expansions all around the map. You can go and take the island expansions. Although it's not the safest thing or the easiest thing to cover for Zerg, with something like Mutas, all of a sudden, aha! Now I've cut off any control of the islands for the Protoss opponent, and I've secured them for myself. So going up to something like Mutas, I think, would be very advantageous. But sticking on this Roach Corruptor, it basically keeps him there, right? He has no continuation to go to Mutas.
Yeah.
A lot of times there are Roach to Muta transitions, which are really good. I was actually talking to Red about this earlier. But I think, you know, all in all, he's missed his time. And here we go. The push-out's begun.
And WhiteRa has a
so
sick composition right now. I mean, what does Machine do here? If we look at the army, I mean, WhiteRa's like double the army count of Machine.
Wow.
Machine's at 92 drones. And what can he do? WhiteRa's Blink, and he's going to take a lot of these roaches out as he's retreating. And Machine just GG's. Doesn't even go for the battle, but
He just did Nidra.
he pulled a Nidra.
He pulled Nidra. But, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, he tried that last game, but ultimately, I think the early Zealots really costed him. And it seems super minor, but PvZ is super unforgiving in that respect. If you're behind in drones, you're behind for a while. Because now you're behind in drones, all I have to do is, because I'm more developed than you as a Protoss player, I can just apply a little bit of pressure. You have to obviously react to it. You have to make units. It's indirect damage done to you. I can afford that because I've been keeping up with your probe count. Normally you're used to an equal drone count. No, I've been keeping up with you in that harvester count, so I can actually do that. Protoss is a more cost-efficient race in that respect in the earlier stages when I have +1 against your crappy Zergling.
Right, I mean, it's true.
And from there, it's just like, I keep doing this little aggression. I stay up with the harvester count. You never get an economic advantage. What does that mean? Well, by us having equal economy and my units being a lot more efficient, all of a sudden I've created an advantage for myself. So.
Indeed. So, you know, good job by WhiteRa.
He's the wiener.
He is the winner. Takes a 4-1 victory over Machine. So this brings WhiteRa up like 3 series to 2, maybe 4-1, 3-2, something. WhiteRa's winning in the best of series versus Machine basically. Yeah.
Smash and face, man. WhiteRa, beast from the east.
Congratulations
Definitely
to WhiteRa.
the fan favorite going in here.
Oh,
yes, $400. And that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you so much for tuning in to this week's Sunday show match and the NASTL. I want to thank the people that made this possible. Of course, Azo Monitors, iBuyPower Computers. I want to thank Kingston HyperX, Cooler Master, and last but not least, Beyond Gaming. Also, check out the Twitter and Facebook giveaway. You can head on over to facebook.com/AzoUSA. Also, go over to twitter.com/AzoUSA and like them, follow them on Facebook and Twitter, and you can win that beautiful monitor right there. It's a raffle, of course.
Yeah. And
signed by your favorite people of the NASL Season 2 Finals. Also, go over to, if you want to call Azo, the center, you can call them at 800-800-5202, extension 200. The monitors are discounted, so you can check them out. They are the autographed monitors, so they are autographed by the Season 2 Finals players and personalities that were there in Ontario, California. So if you're interested in purchasing an Azo monitor that happens to have a lot of awesome signatures, you know, give Azo a call. You know, show them your support, give them a call, and Go over there, and this will help you out connect with your friends a lot better and share information. It also logs games. Really good for tournaments, tournament administrators. I highly suggest you guys use this because it allows you to track everything. It integrates Battle.net 2.0, that whole interface with
it's
this
super
program.
useful.
Yeah.
I would highly recommend it, to be honest.
I'm sure you're going to be using that.
Yeah, I will actually. No joke.
Yeah, definitely. So, ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for tuning in today. We're going to be back on Thursday. Is it Thursday with the playoffs?
The playoffs, we're going to have a little bit of a change in that schedule because we're going to have a very special guest caster come in. So we want to use him.
Can't talk about that
just yet. We'll be announcing it probably tomorrow. So stick around, stay tuned, watch NASL. Watch the rebroadcast if you're European, and tune into NASL.tv. And by tune in, I mean like type it in your browser and go there.
More information.
And you'll find out the news.
More information can be found on our Facebook, facebook.com/NASLTV, twitter.com/NASLTV. Also, check out our website, www.nasl.tv. That's going to do it for us today. So from everybody at the NASL studio, wish you a very, very great day. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye. All right. And we're back. Delphi versus Stefano.
They thought they were watching us still.
Oh my god, NASL, your stream froze.